Good morning, friends, and I am doing this message a little bit differently today. This is one of the ways that I teach on my YouTube videos, and I know Valerie likes to see our faces, right? But sometimes I like to point you towards the Bible because I feel like it's pointing you more towards God's Word than myself. And so we're going to continue with parables today, and I titled this The Desperate Woman, but we're going to be in Luke. It's going to be Luke 18. And the parable that we're going to be focusing on is called the parable of the persistent widow. Also maybe known sometimes as the desperate woman. So we're going to start in verse, hi Carrie, 18:1. Then Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. Right? And so this is where we can really look at ourselves as we're standing. We're to stand in the gap and pray in the gap and not give up, right? And God has told me before, don't be so back and forth, like pick one. Do you want to stand for your marriage? Do you want to pray for your marriage? Or do you not want this? And I know Valerie teaches that it's not really a choice. And if you're following God, it shouldn't be a choice because in your heart, right, you are doing God's will, but God still does give us the free will. So if you are choosing not to, if you're choosing not to pray, God's not going to force us, right? He's a gentleman. I've heard that so many times before, and he's not going to force himself on us. So he said, in a certain town, there was a judge who neither feared God nor cared what people thought. Okay. And there was a widow in that town who kept coming to him with the plea, grant me justice against my adversary. And then, I don't know if you guys know, but adversary is another term for the enemy or the devil. So she's saying, grant me justice against, my enemy. And a lot of us have had to stand up to our Goliath, which has been our husbands or our wives, right? Like God's told me that before, that I have to stand up against Goliath, and that's the court system, and my husband, which is the adversary. Not my husband being the adversary, but the court system and how my husband is being used as a pawn from Satan, right? And so at that point, that's the adversary that you have to stand up to. For some time he refused, but finally he said to himself, even though I don't fear God or care what people think, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will see that she gets justice so that she won't eventually come and attack me. And so that's kind of where we come to God, right? And we keep praying, like you pray fervently, you pray without ceasing, you keep coming to God and you keep saying, God, help me. God, restore this marriage. God, help my husband. God, bring my husband back to you. God, bring my wife back to you. God, restore them. God, grab a hold of them, right? And that's not our job to grab a hold of our spouses. I think I talked about this yesterday. Like, it's not your job to grab them by the collar and drag them back home. It's your job to pray for them. It's God's job, okay? God is the sheep herder. Jesus is the sheep herder, right? And he has his sheep hook. And he's the one that's going to take his sheep hook and he's going to grab our husband or our wife by the neck and drag them back home, not us. The Lord said, listen to what the unjust judge says. And will not God bring about justice for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? And this is what I was just talking about. Like, we are the chosen ones, right? We are the ones that are continuing to walk with God. We are the ones that are continuing to walk with Jesus. We are the ones that are continuing to pray. So God is not going to sit there and say, you know what, I'm just going to ignore your prayer. I don't really care what my child is asking, right? If you're a parent and you know how, like little kids, they'll come up, Mommy, can I have a candy? Mommy, can I have a movie? Mommy, can I go to the park? They're going to keep asking you. They're going to keep pulling at your pant leg. And they're going to keep asking you to take them where they want to go or give them what they want. They're not going to give up easily. And so that's how we have to be with God. Like, we have to keep asking him. He's a good father. And he's telling us, if we cry out to him day and night, will he put us off? No. I tell you, he will see that they get justice and quickly. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? I have to think about that verse for a second. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? So I think what this is saying is talking about Jesus, because he's the Son of Man, but it's capitalized. That would be the Son of God, not Son of Man. I don't understand this verse. I'm going to have to look into this more. I tell you, he will see that they get justice and quickly. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? It feels like, doesn't say down here, it feels like it's referring to Jesus. But I don't know why Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? Because to me, this feels like it's pointing towards Jesus, and that this is supposed to be referred to Jesus. Because when he comes to the earth, will he find faith on the earth? No, you're not going to find faith on the earth. You're only going to find faith in the heavens. You're only going to be looking up to the heavens, right? So this is kind of a short parable today, but the point is that I titled it the desperate woman, because we have to be desperate in our prayers, right? We can't give up. We have to keep coming to him. There was a widow in that town who kept coming to him with the plea. And yes, this is talking about the judge, but God's the ultimate judge. Grant me justice against my adversary, right? We have to come to God and say, hey, the enemy did this thing, the adversary did this thing. Grant me justice in this situation. Grant me justice for this, Lord. And the Lord will vindicate us. We don't have to try to do anything. We don't have to try to get back at our husband. We don't have to try to get back at our wife. We don't have to try to do things in our own strength, because it says God will take care of it. God is going to take care of what he needs to take care of. And we just have to keep asking. We have to keep being the desperate woman, the persistent widow, and we have to keep asking and asking and asking until he says yes. And he's already given us his yes, but until we see it break through in the earthly realm as it has already been done in the heavenly realm, right? And that's my message for today, guys. I know this is short, but I hope y'all have a blessed Saturday. And I love you, friends. And I will see you. I'm probably not going to do this tomorrow morning, but maybe. I'm probably not going to be on until tomorrow night. But I hope y'all have a blessed day. Bye, friends.